The Shrouds is a body horror sci-fi film directed by David Cronenberg. This movie, I didn't watch a trailer, but I saw a sort of preview talking about how the director wanted to use it to help him process the grief of losing his wife in real life. So you can't really give him a pass for that, though. David Cronenberg is a legend of Canadian filmmaking, body horror stuff, Canadian filmmaking in general. But this movie was pretty bad. The Shrouds is about Karsh. He is a eccentric, rich, older man who lost his wife, Becca. But he created this virtual sort of way to watch your loved ones decompose. A very macabre concept where he puts the dead body in a coffin, but then he wraps the body in the shrouds, and it sort of gives off a visual 3D sort of model of the body decomposing. There's a little Firefly robot light in there. So you have your plot, you can go over there. Your high-tech gravestone has the screen connected to your phone. You can log in and watch your loved one decompose, which is weird. But he's trying to get back in the dating game. However, something's happening with his technology. And there's like a conspiracy thriller element that's kind of half-baked. He's got his sister-in-law, Terry, is a twin sister of Becca. So having her there sort of hurts him a little bit because he's not sure what to do. And then there's a beautiful woman named Simu, who's the daughter of someone who's supposed to go to work with him. And then there's his brother-in-law, Maury, who's kind of weird, and he's might have gotten them mixed up into something terrible. But this movie doesn't really commit to any one genre or anything. It's described as a horror sci-fi, but there's no horror elements really, and the sci-fi elements are kind of weak. And it's not really a body horror. Like, body horror is like stuff happening in the body, but decomposed bodies isn't really count. And the movie just kind of doesn't really want to pick a story or anything, and it's not that interesting. Truth be told, I fell asleep about halfway through for about a couple minutes, and I was able to stay awake by eating some Werthers that I bought previously, so it's hard to sleep when you're eating hard candies. So the second half of the movie does pick up a little bit, though, with the whole conspiracy thriller angle, but the movie just doesn't want to go into any specific avenue. It's the equivalent of you go to a bar and you see this person that you see there sometimes, and they start telling you a story, and you're not sure if the story's real, and then he goes like, nah, I'm just kidding, but maybe I'm not, but maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. And then it just feels really weird and like uncomfortable, sure, but it doesn't really do anything really. The story's all over the place, and I understand he made the movie just to sort of help himself, but the movie itself is just a little bit obtuse to the point where it's just, I'm not really sure what the themes were. And there's some creepy moments, sure, but not, I don't consider those horror. It's more of a psychological thriller vibe. So The Shrouds is an interesting film. I don't think I'd want to watch it again, but you know, at least he did what he needed to do for himself, and I guess that's fine. So I give it a 4 out of 10.